spray foam spruce all over that door, and down there, and there. Success. There you go. Uh-oh. Try again. That was a tough one. Some of them are tough. Sometimes when they are tough, there's a number 2 copper. Sometimes when they're tough, they could be aluminum, so I'll have to check those ones that are popping like that, you know. And sometimes you have to give the air compressor a break, let it fill up. That's what was happening there. More. I lost one over the edge. That's okay though, we will return back to that. Oh, yeah. Oh. This is aluminum. It has to be. I'm testing it. It's aluminum. This is one that we will not process. Turn that in as transformers. Okay. So process these next two. Next two. Collect our copper. We got one extra thing that we have to do now. Last time I turned in transformers, they didn't like all the paper and plastics and stuff on there. So I'm going to have to rough these up. By roughing up, I'll show you what I mean. What I do is I'm not trying to be perfect, but I'm trying to get it clean enough. Just clean enough so I can get what I need out of it. They talk about numbers. I don't know, they're talking about some other category of copper. And I don't want to get into that. I want number 2 for it. That's what I'm going to get. Or else it goes somewhere else. But, you know, I've heard of this category before. Ah. Look at that. Totally forgot about this one. Well, we'll do this right there. Sometimes I swing and I miss. There. There's our copper from that. We're gonna rough them up. I usually take one of these. By one of these is basically it's like a masonry hammer, chisel, handheld. But I like to smack them open like that. Copper. I'm sure it's just because their buyer wants to see that it's copper. I'm guessing they don't want to think that they should waste the time to probably look to see if they're aluminum or not. They want to be able to see it a bit more, I guess. Copper. And that's how I go about opening them up faster. You know, the copper coils, they go like this, so if you hit them vertically, you could split it right in half. Pull your copper apart, and then the majority of the paper falls off with it. Ball it up, sell it. I don't worry about the little tiny coil. And this is how I quickly separate and clean up the coils now. I used to not be able to have this problem. I used to just sell them as coils as whole. I crack them and then throw them in a bucket and sell them. That's what I'm used to. But it's not like that no more, I suppose. So we have this step involved. After this, we're going to go out back and we're going to process some ACR coils if we have time. I got to see what time it is. But I feel like I've been working on this for a half hour, maybe more. There, roughed up. Right? Copper. There. Feels like some good weight too. We'll probably try to weigh the bucket before we go if we have time. If not, it's just getting all collaged into the other number 2. We're gonna leave that here and we'll deal with it later. We got what we wanted out of the transformers.
I worked so long in construction that I forgot I had a dream. Didn't know where I was going, didn't like where I had been. So one day I gave it all up when my eyes were open wide. I packed my life into my truck with Mason Boy by my side. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping industry, dumpster diving, and street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Bought myself a trailer, so when I'm on the road, I have a rolling workshop and can scrap a heavy load. When it feels like life is hard, I know just what to do. I hit the road and recycle scrap and make my dreams come true. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping in the street, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. thumbs up and say hi. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals, and my dog Mason boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi.
Let's go do some ACRs over there now, okay? All right. I'm gonna turn this off because we don't really need it. Bye-bye. All right, as long as you're still on up there, let's go. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna try it this way. I'm gonna try using that demo saw to cut these ends off. I'm gonna let you guys know how that goes because I've never done it before. If it goes well, I'll chop them all up real quick, clean them up. If not, we're loading everything else and we're going. If it starts. Okay. Oh, decompression valve, beautiful. I wish I knew where my headgear was. We'll see how it goes. We'll be all right. right, I think we're all cut up on the ACRs. We're gonna load them up. I'm gonna probably lay them flat in the trunk or something. Thank you, Saw. Thank you for your service. I'm gonna save this one just for that reason. Good. Good. So I sell these little, what do you call them, noodles? These are ACR ends right here. I sell them just like that. You know, sometimes you get some copper noodles to, you know, come off, but really, this is how I save them. I'll sell them just like this, right? ACR ends. Boom. Maybe I'll save this one and process this later, but we gotta load the car and get up out of here. All right, sorry about the loudness. We need to get these over by the car and start loading. All right. Sorry guys, I don't like ACR dust. It makes me sick. Oh gosh. Phew. Well, hello everybody. You all are in the shop as far as I could reach one camera, and I'm gonna start pulling some stuff out of here. I want to get this thing emptied out, cleaned out, and get it ready to start running copper wire through my granulator that the camera is actually sitting on over there. So yeah, I guess we're gonna start with this the spray foam here on the door. I want to get that off of there. What a mess that made. But basically anything that I don't need is getting launched into that wheelbarrow and sent over to the workbench, and we're gonna scrap it. Yep, that's the game plan anyways. So anything that I want to save, I'm gonna put right under here where it's gonna stay dry, basically right underneath my bed. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, totes right there. I'm gonna use these couple totes. Anything that's tools or anything that's savable is gonna go in these totes, and we're gonna find out what we're gonna do with them. But they're gonna get out of my way in there now, so I can get productive. That's my game plan. Spray foam, yeah. There. All right. Try to salvage our cans of stuff out of these. What's that? Got some window cleaner. What the heck? I'm gonna put cleaners and stuff in here maybe. I don't know yet. Yeah, we're gonna put tools in there. Try to dislodge this carb cleaner. That was all right. Got some Flex Seal. Some white spray paint. Golly. I'm glad all the spray foam didn't go off. There's one. There. Get this out of the way. Set it right here. Yeah. We're gonna need a garbage can too. Brake clean, starting fluid. I get all that stuff for free, man. Yep. All right, spray foam. Ooh, that was useless. They need to go straight into a garbage can, a big one. Right here for now. I think that's the only can that exploded that I'm aware of, so. All right, tools. Sure. I don't really need this monstrous towing hitch. That's something that I should sell. Believe me, I don't have a problem whipping this thing right into that tin shred pile either. You know what? Anything that's like this, I'm gonna put over here on this shelf and list it for sale. How about that? There. Big ass towing hitch. 20 bucks. Would someone pay 20 for that? All right. Saw blades. There's another one here. Sledgehammers. Definitely keep those. Never know when you need a 20-pound sledgehammer. You never know. I'm gonna be so happy when this is all cleared out. Right, gas. Some other crap. What's this crap? Is it crap? It's a pull cord. I don't need it. Oh, these are pull cords. Ugh. Scrap metal. We're gonna scrap it. Pull cords can go over here, I guess. Wrenches can go in tools, right? Wow, too long for that tote. Another big ass towing hitch. Receiver, whatever. Got grease on my hands now, that's cute. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to go wipe that off now before it gets all over everything else. How about that? That helps. Dang, that actually cleaned the grease off not bad. If you got grease all over your hands, rub spray foam. Obviously dry spray foam, okay. Look at that. I got one step in, dude. That's good progress, yo. I think so. Maybe grab let's grab this jet motor. pulse jet, ramjet, whatever you want to call it. I got one. Oh man, it ain't gonna go up there. How about that? I'm gonna try to melt copper with that. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but I was willing to try it. What's this? Oh man, I wasn't even thinking about a snap being on the side. Now it don't have a handle. It's a multimeter, a very old multimeter. See? Yeah. Okay. Tools. Leave this stuff on this bench just for now. Don't get distracted by the VHS player, Dusty. Just keep moving stuff out. Laser level, don't need it. Basket of stuff, I guess. Oh, I can put that on the golf cart probably. Garbage. We'll be saving this bolt crank. That's actually for that trailer right there. I just never put one on. Chunk of steel. I don't need it. It's gone. I can get this stuff if I need it. I mean, I got a whole scrapyard at my disposal, right? Nice. Look at that. I'm in. Let's get this TV out of here. This is a VHS tube TV combo. Is nice. It does work good. The cord is trapped underneath though. There we go. That'll come out next, that tote. Just want to get this out of here. I don't need it. It's got to go. You know, I heard those are back in style for like people that want to have a retro game room or something like that or another. You know, it's just like, man, I could list it and it could sit there for months. But I could get it out of my way now by smashing it. for stuff inside, or maybe just scrap it as tin shred. Okay. Why is it so heavy? Oh, I see all kinds of tools in this one. Yeah. It's an expensive level. I don't need it. But I'm going to keep that though. There's a digital 4-foot level. I can tell you I don't want this. I remember this don't work. Scrap it. There's the rest of my hammer collection. That's pretty cool. Yep, a lot of this stuff's my old concrete tools, man. Alright, this has got to go. This is my old winch motor. And some really strong nylon cord, too. I will keep that. Yeah, this is going to go right in the shred. Besides that motor, I don't need any of this. Okay. It's getting more open. Yeah. There's my old level. Oh, yeah. Some more bags. I'm getting excited, man. Look at that. We're getting in here. Bunch of extra baggies. I'm gonna throw those right over here and we'll use these next. Yeah, today is Wednesday. We are definitely going out tonight. We have to. I don't have a choice, man. It's like I don't have much scrap here at all to deal with besides, well, what the heck? Oh, there are a bunch of padlocks. Okay. But besides the scrap wire that I have here, now I can start to see it. There's 1, 2. That one's like full way past the top. And then we got another bucket there, and then a bunch of stuff chopped up and ready. So, yeah. I don't know why we have this in here for dishes. Maybe it came with the travel trailer, I don't know. But we're scrapping it. I don't need it. I feel like I'm going to be deleting all of the DeWalt stuff. It's just, the batteries aren't really all that good. I got a whole freaking box of them up there. Maybe I could try to list them. Something else I could try to list. This is wire. Dude, we're starting to be able to get in here. I'm getting excited. Yes. Extra air hose. Okay. I do have a lot of tools, don't I? But none of this stuff is going to be going back in there. I got to figure out what to do with it. I don't need any of that in here. As much as I like saving things, I ain't gonna let it ruin my life. These are big old chunks of copper bus bar. Really cool. Really good chunks of copper. It's number 2 copper, but I thought about making a big old sword out of it or something. Some kind of a wall piece hanger or whatever. Or just scrap it. Could do that. Definitely saving this AC. I know it's dirty, but it's a really good one. And I'll be using it with me. I'll probably be taking that one with me when I start traveling. Wink. We're making progress, man. Halfway in. Pull this leaf blower up out of here. We don't need that in here. Don't know what the heck I'm going to do with the leaf blower. Definitely don't want to be leaving it outside. Probably try to sneak it in that garage over there. Throw it up in the attic or something for fall time. I feel like that's an appropriate place for that leaf blower. Big old pipe bender. You know, I don't even need it. Let's just get it gone, man. Yeah. Probably I'll keep that. Wouldn't be a bad thing to have in here. Scrap all this. I don't want it. It's not my trade. I don't even feel like putting cords on the drills. They're just... Get it out of here. Get it out of here. That's how I feel right now. Yeah. Priorities and what's most important to me right now. Okay. That's going up to the bench. Probably go through all this stuff and take those batteries down. I'm gonna save that just, you know, for another day, but we're getting there. Look at that, we're standing inside now. Hero 12, see this? It's good. I want to pull all this wire up out of here too. I just stored it in here. It wasn't meant to just stay in here, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be going out that window like this stuff will be soon. Oh. Garbage. Yeah, we got 3 full baskets of this stuff. Wire. Piece of Romex. Okay, that's not BX wire. Sweet. Stack another up, up and up, up and away. Hey. I don't know. Should we? Yeah, let's do it. Got some processing to do, I'd say. Nice. We are in. Let's pull this crap up out of here. This thing is pretty cool. It's a super old Kmart car charger. See the Kmart logo? But the funny thing is that this car charger is made in Troy, Michigan. It says right there. So it's like, really, I don't know. I'm gonna find the year on this thing and come back to you guys on that. But it's pretty cool. I kept it around. Yeah. So we'll hang on to it for now. I just thought it was a cool antique, and I bet it works too. That'd be the funny thing, is I bet it works. Face mask. All right, got this stuff to go, and that's it. I don't even know what's in this case. Sawzall. Another Sawzall. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to sit down one day and go through all the crap that I don't need and list it on Facebook. This is a big old bucket of copper though. They're all fittings. That's something I just don't want to scrap. I think someone would give me $100 for it, maybe. It's got good weight to it. Whoo-wee! We're getting there. We got this tote. I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll see y'all just in a minute, okay? Look at that. We're almost in. Man, we need one heck of a cleanup down here. Alright, YouTube. Now that we got this thing cleared out, I swept the floor as best as I could. Man, before I even want to move any wire in here, tomorrow I'm gonna grab a big old shop vac, come in here and collect as much of this dust as I can along the walls. I mean, there's just stuff everywhere. Last summer I granulated so much copper, it was basically insanity. But down here is where all the controls are and everything, where all the wires lead to. And it's nasty down in there. I want to shove a shop vac down in there and clean that up. But for the most part, everybody, it's cleared out and it's ready to rock and roll, man. Find somewhere to set this camera real quick. Sure, how about right there? Why not? Okay. But anyways, I wanna do a test run on this. I wanna fire up the machine and make sure it all works as it should. But Then tomorrow we're gonna come back with a nice shop vac and clean all this stuff up. We're gonna super clean it. And I'm gonna grab a fan. I got an old grow light style turbo fan thing. I'm gonna cut a hole in the ceiling up there, and I'm gonna mount a fan so we're blowing all the dust and debris up and out as much as possible. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it gets pretty dusty in here. And well, I got that window and that door, and you know, could use a couple more ways for the air and dust to get out. So while I'm running this window right here is open, and I have a fan that goes right in that window. It's actually right there too, but I'll have it blowing right at my face, and it kind of keeps the dust away, like kind of like a perimeter anyways. But I don't think that's enough airflow. I'm gonna get some better circulation in here, get a can fan put up there. Heck, maybe I'll even put one over here, something like that, just to keep the air clean in here while we're running. And that'll keep the dust level down. I mean, I could sweep in here forever, but until I get a shop vac or some kind of vacuum in here, it's gonna have to, yeah, it's gonna have to be like that. But we're gonna do a little test run on this machine, start it up and see how she all runs again. I mean, should just be as I left it, should be ready to rock. So this is how you go about it. Here's the main control panel for the, oh my god, for the phase converter down here. That's the main control panel for the phase converter right there. And that phase converter is basically hooked straight up into this big old transformer back here. Yeah, General Electric transformer, big boy. Yeah. And then from the transformer to the machine, that powers this big old motor back here. Yeah. So, without getting too much into explaining everything what we got going on here, I'm just going to give her a good fire up and make sure she runs proper. And that's going to be it for today. So, let's start her up. Okay, here's the switch to cut on the transformer. I'm going to try to get you guys like a audio of what that sounds like. It's an interesting sound. Alright, we're just going to give the transformer and that motor just a little bit of time to warm up. Not that it's cold or anything, but it's just a good idea to let that stuff start up and run for a minute. But there's the granulator in all her glory. Today's Wednesday. I'm going to be going out dumpster diving tonight, so I'm trying to wrap this up. But anyways, we'll fire this machine up now. Okay, there we go. It was the red switch right there. That's a fast shut off button. I try not to use it if I don't need to because it is a little loose, but I had to pull up on that. Now it will fire. It will fire. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Yeah. Sweet. I can't wait to start stuffing wire into it. She is a running. Beautiful. Sounds really good. Yeah, sweet. Fire it up again. Beautiful. Don't drop that down in there. Oh! All right. That's it today. Yeah, that's what we got going on in here. Everything's cleaned up, ready to rock and roll. Oh. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring the shop back in and get a lot of the dust up out of here. Install a fan up there. And get this thing prepped and ready to start processing BX wire. I guess that's what's first in line. So, that, and I got like 5-6 bags of BX out there, plus a bucket's worth, too. And then over here I got 2 more baskets of machine wire. So we got plenty to granulate on, and well, and we got all this too. This was from last year. I never got around the time to sluice it because it got so cold so quick. My water and my chute froze over, you know. I'm like, man, couldn't catch a break right there. But anyways, thanks for hanging in there with me today again. This is Merchant Metals, and there's Mason Boy right there. See Mason Boy? He's looking for squirrels. You gonna go get the squirrels? He's gonna go get them. But yeah, everything's all prepped and ready. We're gonna be sluicing away here for sure. Can't wait. Well, I can wait, but you know what I mean. And it'll be a little bit more income. So my main game plan now is, once, you know, since this is going to be up and running, it's all good to go. I just want to do a deep clean in here, and we'll be able to profit from granulating copper. We're going to profit from the dumpster diving scrap workbench, and then we'll start profiting off of copper transformers up there on that station. Okay, we're getting a lot closer to my goal of getting all the workshops open, and that's worth getting rid of a table full of my stuff and get it all up out of the way. And we got a bunch of scrap coming tomorrow morning. We're gonna be going out tonight, so okay. And if everything goes good, we're gonna do another project back here, and it's gonna involve this unit right there. Science experiment. Yeah. But everybody have a great day. This is Merchant Metals, and we're gonna see you in the concrete jungle tonight. Yeah, the concrete jungle tonight. Right, Mason Boy? We are going on a golf cart right now. You want to go for a ride? Oh yeah, he does. We're gonna go for a ride. All right, we'll see you tonight.